EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mike Badgley set to kick off.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. With about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Justin Lane.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check 52. Hey, look 3.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got tricks. We got 3. We got 3. 24 is the mic. Attack.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ball carrier.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
24 is the mic. Know your job. 24 is the mic. Watch the screen.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. As they run the counter play. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
24 is the mic. Exit. Attack. 24 is the mic.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On first down, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Steelers' 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
43, 15. Crunch. Watch twins. Check that. 57.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
This is Melvin Gordon, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. I got 15. Me. Watch tight end.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. Space to run past the 20. And he comes back with one complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers, nothing.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's brought down at the 15.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes steps away to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12.
24 is the mic. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 24 is the mic. Hey, 15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. They'll look to throw. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 11. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play. Complete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete. incomplete. He gets this one to Washington. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
24's the mic. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Steps away. He gives it left side to Johnson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Michael Badgley.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Chiefs 7.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Got an open man, it's Washington. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. He's going to launch it for Washington. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on end this first half of action. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Now a handoff looking right. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now here's Mahomes. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he he rifles one incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Fights off the defender. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Back to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line.
And the Steelers 1st down.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. The shotgun, he'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked picked off inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Chiefs 27, Steelers 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. There goes Melvin Gordon, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Melvin Gordon, 75 yards, and the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
It feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Steelers 9. Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Bowden now to return. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play.
It's a gain of 8.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
47-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And to give this time to the tailback. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
By Devin Bush.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch safety treatment. Safety's treatment.
And now this throw complete to Washington. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Steelers.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Smith-Schuster.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really